This nigga told me he want receipts. Let's start with your mother, nigga. Your mother got the receipts, nigga. Everything is in your mother's name.
To go, Mace, he went viral over some comments he made about the night that Biggie got killed. He said that after Biggie got killed, over 70 Bloods went to his hotel room looking for him to try to kill him. And he said that she was the only one that came to his hotel room to get him.
Well, Mace, you know, was from Harlem.
So these artists, they're getting in the ass because that's their ritual. That's their rite of passage to get to the next level.
They this nigga videotaping it. Then when he in the meeting, they give him a shitty contract. They play the video of him getting by like 3 niggas.
That's everybody in the music industry that you see that's successful.
Yeah, we get into the office, so we do the performance. Like, we nervous, but we just do the shit. Boom, all right.
And when I seen Mace driving around in California with Stevie J and this other guy in a drop-top white Benz, you know, I flipped on him. I was like, yo, my man, you from Harlem. Don't you know these cats out here will tear your head down to the white meat?
Recently, Chris Brown talked about a dark time in his early career. He said that he almost became Sean Diddy's concubine, which is probably the nicest way to describe it. If he had gone through with it, he would have had a lot of roles going on. The record is called Bad Boy for a reason. Let's start. It's not called a Bad Boy record for nothing. First, let's set the scene with some background information. What does Ma have to do with this? After Biggie's death, he has been telling everyone about Diddy's plans and secrets, saying that Diddy was behind it.
This nigga told me he want receipts. Let's start with your mother, nigga. Your mother got the receipts, nigga. Everything is in your mother's name. That's the one who got the receipts, nigga. You need more proof, nigga? Biggie ain't here, so Big can't give you no receipts. He dead. Craig Mack can't give you receipts. He dead. What are you talking about? Who else? Black Rob can't give you receipts. He dead. And everybody else you made sign paperwork so they can't talk about what I'm talking about. I'm the only one with the guts. And I signed it, nigga. Cause I ain't need the money. All money ain't good money. Remember that. Remember that. Remember that, nigga. You know who to play with, nigga.
All money is bad money, so someone should tell Meek Mill that. All of this started when a video of Diddy hitting Cassie at the Cassie Hotel got leaked. Since then, everyone has said Diddy did this too. I'm not saying everyone is right, but they can't all be wrong either. There are some ogs in this Gan deal who have been exposing him since the beginning, but no one believed them. Now, his clips are coming back to support Naz's claims about the shady rituals.
And at the time, she said that, you know, I guess her and Diddy was having relations and he couldn't get off. So he was complaining to her one time that, you know, he couldn't get off, and for him to get off, she had to pinch his nipples real hard for him to get off. I mean, yeah, man, this lawsuit is wild, man.
She should have had on white polish, fingernail polish. No, man, we shouldn't be laughing about that, man, you know, because she is a victim. You know what I'm saying? She is a victim, man, and if this is her victim story, we got to be more, I think, more compassionate. She was 17 years old at the time. She was fascinated by that whole thing, getting on a G4, G5 jet, you understand? And what was her parents, man? What was her daddy, her mama? They didn't miss their child? She didn't come home that night? I don't know, man. I can't fathom the whole idea, man. But it's crazy.
When you hear about this stuff, right, like the 17-year-old girl saying that, you know, Diddy, he couldn't get off unless she pinched his nipples real hard. And you got Cassie saying that, you know, he'll make her look up BBCs and he like to masturbate while she get bathed by BBC. You're not surprised when you hear about this stuff, right?
Bruh, I knew about the butt plug fetishes because I saw that with my own eye. I knew about him and Kim being swingers with other people, whether it was another male or another woman or a male and a woman together. I saw that with my own eyes. You got to realize is that after 2005, I didn't see anything that Puff was doing or what he didn't do. Puff had got addicted to opioid, and being addicted to those things bring other drugs on. I seen Puff smoke a cigarette. I never saw him smoke a cigarette. He was on the beach smoking a cigarette on YouTube. Then I seen him, smoking weed and drinking. I was like, that ain't the Puff I know. Drinking like he was and doing all like that. And that ain't the Puff that I knew. You understand what I'm saying? You got to realize he had a certain respect around me because I was his OG from the same game. You understand? And he knew I was law enforcement. He knew I didn't play certain things. So he ain't gonna do what he do around other people in front of me because he knew I'm gonna check him on that. But what you trying to do? So to say that what he's being known for with Cassie, I can only equate to some of the things that I seen him and Kim go through. You understand what I'm saying? So people get mad, but it is what it is. I can only equate his actions like that.
Crazy, man. So all this stuff about him having fetishes is true.
Oh, no doubt. Especially if he getting butt plugs in different flavors.
But speaking of butt plugs, right, I remember some years ago, Cameron, he did an interview and he told a story about how he went to Diddy house with Mace.
Yeah.
And he found the dildo in the sink.
I think that was crazy. I think that was out of, and then Mace said that was Puff's. I think he said Mace said that was Puff's, but Mace was in the bathroom with it. I don't know what that was all about, man, but that was real weird to me. That was crazy.
Crazy, man. But before we get off of that, right, I remember you told me a while ago that, Mace, he used to live with Diddy, and he know a lot of stuff about Diddy that a lot of people don't know.
Man, it's a lot of stuff that Mace and Usher know that they ain't telling about Diddy. There's a lot of stuff that they know. Can you imagine, bruh? Can you really imagine?
What you mean by Usher, though?
Usher used to stay with Diddy, too, when he was younger.
But Chris Brown blocked the most shots.
Yeah. We get into the office, so we do the performance. Like, we nervous, but we just do the shit. Boom, all right. He said, yeah, I like this clip. I don't like this light-skinned nigga up here. This little nigga over here. Fuck that. I ain't home. I said, that's just melted in that goddamn office at 12. I said, look, I mean, fucked up.
And you're 12 years old.
Yeah. But
so, look, I gotta ask.
Yeah.
Your partner was dark skinned? I mean, I gotta ask.
Yeah, my brother was dark skinned.
Right.
Well, I didn't know Diddy did racist things like that. That sounds like Kendrick and Drake. But what I know, and what Gene Deal said, is that Diddy was really swinging with dark-skinned and light-skinned ninjas in the bed, sword fighting, and kind of swinging.
Meek Mills. Well, he said a Philly rapper. You understand? And it was redacted in the paperwork to that because, first of all, it had Meek Mills, it had Stevie J, they had redacted their names, and they had Usher, and they redacted their names and just said a performer of the Super Bowl and a Philly rapper. Everybody kind of knew back in the day that Meek Mills and Puff was a little too friendly. Anytime two rappers or two people in the industry come dressed up alike on more than one occasion, listen here, man. My dudes in Philly, I got some real strong dudes in Philly. They don't play that shit. And they probably embarrassed for the fact to see that Meek Mills, one of the street guys that came out of there, got caught up in this Hollywood, whereas that he's dressing like, he dressed in the same, he dressing like Diddy? Hugged up with Diddy? I think that Lil Rod know a lot of shit, but I know this. Two men dress alike, it's just like two men laying down. When they both get up, they both homos. And that's real talk, bruh. My man, you go to a party, dog, and the nigga got the same shirt you got on, I'm taking my shirt off. I'm walking around in a t-shirt. And then, not to blow Meek Mills up out the water or anything like that, it was said that they checked his Google search and all the other shit, and he was searching for some online gay porn and all that other shit like that.
Oh, wow.
That shit is crazy, bro. But listen, those are what, you know, it's crazy that money, that lifestyle, and you trying to fit into something get you. These guys never set out to do all this shit. Meek Mills, when he got into the game, he didn't set out to be questioning about his manhood with Diddy. But he put himself in that position.
Not only Jane Deal, but also many other Guardians who have worked with Diddy have said the same thing.
What do you think about Gene Deal? What you got?
Gene Deal, I know Gene Deal. Puff hired Gene Deal to work with him. Whatever Gene's deal beef is with Puff, I don't know. For me, Gene Deal, I had no problems with Gene Deal. I just go off of what, you know, I hear about Gene Deal, but I don't like to comment on it because I don't know the facts. But as far as Gene Deal, I ain't got no problems with him. You know what I mean? And whatever he's doing is what he's doing. Like, you know what I mean? That's his life. You know what I mean? It's his mind, his feelings. You know, I try not to get in other people's feelings. Because once you do that, then you become an enemy or you become, you know, something else. You understand what I'm saying? Right. So I try not to make too many comments on people, but
you did have a comment about him. Home slip.
Yeah.
Something happened and he's your security.
Yeah. You know, that's the number one question in the streets. How can you be security and these people die? Like, you know what I mean? That's something that Gene got to handle. I can't answer the question. You know what I mean?
In his defense, he'll say, "Oh, I wasn't big security. I was Puff security."
You know,
you're still security, nonetheless.
You're still security. But whatever made him lead to that decision that he made, he's a grown man. He made the decision. You know what I mean? But I just think that sometimes, and it's not only directed to Gene, to me, you know, we got to watch who name we use and how we use it.
Right. A lot of bitterness, and then just he'll just make up anything. I feel like from views now. Like,
right.
Your man. That's why I like your man. He actually called in to Gene Deal's show and tell him what it was.
Right there with him. Yeah. That's what he do. That's what he like to do. So, you know, like, even Gene, you know, he feels like, yo, that's your man. You riding with your man. You know, I'm in the middle. Like, I don't got no beef. I don't want no beef with my man, and I don't want no beef with you. This is why I say what I say. Like, this is my man's feelings. This is the way he feel. I'm not gonna change his feelings for what? This is the way he feel. You know what I mean? Gene, I'm telling my man, this is the way he feel. I'm not gonna change his feelings the way he feel. Like, you know what I mean? So, at the end of the day, we all grown men. We gotta feel our feelings out. Come to a common thinking. You gotta come to a common point, B. Like, and that's the thing with him. Like, whatever. All I say is this to Gene: Puff Daddy gave you a job. So for whatever that's worth, that's worth. Like, for me, I'm not gonna shit on Puff when Puff gave me the opportunity to be anybody that I wanted to be in this industry. Because Puff started 0-2. It was Puff's ambition, it was Puff's drive, it was Puff's tenacity, and that's what got Puff to who Puffy is today. So Puff, and through that process, from Puff being to that point, to the point he is now, he gave dozens and dozens and dozens of opportunities out. So whoever took advantage of their opportunities, took advantage of their opportunities. Whoever didn't. You know, and Puff don't look at the people that didn't take advantage of the opportunities bad. He just says, yo, I gave you the opportunity. So it's up to you what you do with it. I ain't gonna be mad that you choose not to take advantage of your opportunity. That's up to you. I took advantage of my opportunity. So don't be mad at me for taking advantage of my opportunity. And that goes with the world. The thing is, like, did Jada Pinkett fuck Tupac?
I don't know. There was a lot of fucking wives and fucking girlfriends. I know that. A lot of fucking.
I mean, you know, I don't like I said, man, only way that I'ma know that they fuck is unless I seen them fuck. Right, just like a person saying, yo, that person is gay. Only way I know they gay is unless you do gay shit. And I seen you do gay shit. I can't take nobody else's word for it.
Right. And I don't want to be on somebody's dick IRA about that.
Even if you say you fucking her.
Right.
You ain't gotta be fucking her. How many times motherfuckers lied on their dick?
Right.
Yo, I fucked her. And you ain't fucked me, you lying on your dick. Plenty of that goes on in our hood. Niggas,
all you gotta say it.
That's all you gotta do is say it. I mean, like, yo, I fucked her. And being who you are and your status or where you are, people think that you're telling the truth when you could be lying. So now, me, the question, did Faith fuck Tupac? No. This is my belief. Did Misa fuck Suge? No. This is my belief. Like, you know, I wasn't there. Did Christopher Williams suck Puff's dick? No, I wasn't there to see this. So I can't sit here and say, yeah, this happened. No, that didn't happen. No, it didn't happen because I ain't see it happen. And that's where I'm at. And this is what helps it for me. Like, you know, because we can't believe rumors. Because a rumor can go any way. Like, we got to know for facts, for sure, that this happened or that happened. And that's where I'm at.
The biggest thing is that it's not only Diddy who's getting these gay accusations, but the whole Bad Boy Records.
Let's talk about, you mentioned in a previous segment, Chronic 2000. There was an artist on Chronic 2000 by the name of Capricorn that Suge spoke on in regards to Puffy. Can you tell me who Capricorn is and how she ended up on Chronic 2000 and what her history with Puffy is?
Yeah, Capricorn is a cool chick. She was young when she was around Death Row. She was like 19 or 20. Capricorn is Stormy. She was Stormy's best friend when the issues out there when Stormy faked her robbery. She, no, that's an inside joke between me and him. And when she allegedly got robbed in her house, and we had to move her behind the gate into one of Reggie houses in Porter Ranch. Well, Stormy and Capricorn were good friends, very good friends. And we put her on Chronic 2000 and she did okay. You know, because Stormy was managing her and we was trying to get, you know, Stormy some publicity and looking out for, you know, Suge baby mama. And he's one of his closest friends. And so we put her on that album. She later on went and became one of Puffy's assistants. She was all in one of those TV shows where Puffy kept calling her Cap. And she was on there. And she's real cool. I know she was getting that information from Stormy, so I believe it to be factual. I'm not going to say that it's untrue or anything like that, because she was a close associate of Puffy Combs. Don't know the allegations of what happened, but all I can say is Suge throwing it out, Suge knows details about it, and it's very, very factual. The last I heard, I know they're not together now, the last research I did on Cap, I heard she was also in a relationship, left working for Puffy, and that makes sense why. Because she allegedly was getting forced by Puffy because she knew of Cassidy and Kid Cudi relationship, and Puffy was tripping on her about that. And they paid her off and gave her some money, cut a check from Interscope. That's what Interscope does. That's Jimmy Iovine training, so I'm sure the person that probably did it was my boy, Steve Berman. The last I heard, she was in a relationship with Nas. Shout out Nas. Y'all know I like Nas. Like Nas a lot. And that's the last I heard about Cap. I haven't heard anything additional about Capricorn since then, but all I can say is Capricorn is a beautiful, cool young lady and was close relationships with Lil Suge and Stormy. And I'm pretty sure that's where Suge got that information from. And I believe that to be factual. It'd be nice to see if Suge gets her on his podcast to explain what happened. But one thing I give Suge credit for, and I can even tell he don't really want to, he hates Puffy and Snoop. If it was Snoop, he might be in trouble. But he don't have that much hate for Puff. He don't have that much hate for Puff. He just knew. We always knew. I've been telling y'all that whole bad boy count was some weird gay motherfuckers. Y'all just didn't want to listen and believe it. Y'all listen to Biggie lyrics. Biggie been telling y'all how he been in his lyrics. I showed y'all a picture with him and a little 13-year-old girl sitting on his lap, smoking marijuana, talking about they used to have to wipe their feet on Death Row t-shirts or something like that before they walked in a house and stuff like that. Yeah, I got Lil C's and our girl Lil Kim talking about how they used to do the butterfly dance, how they used to get naked in front of each other and be dancing and shit. Birds of the feather flocks together, right? Ain't that the term my grandma used to use? And so, I've been telling y'all, so Suge know that they weird and weirdos, so he ain't gonna beat up on them too much. That's your float, that's what floats your boat, that's how it goes. And so, y'all know I talk shit about gays, but everybody ain't no homophobic gay basher like I am. You know, Suge had a lot of that worked for him, so I can tell y'all he's not one. And yeah.
Some people aren't forgiving Chris for what he did to Rihanna, but we all know who gave him those thoughts, right?
Okay, Reggie, everybody has kind of their own opinion about this, and I wanted to get yours. But for people that want to debate it, what do you think is the difference between what Chris Brown did versus what Diddy did?
Yeah. I think what I saw and observed is Chris Brown is a one-time offender. And it appears that Puffy was a habitual offender. Now, Chris Brown's situation, we all hear and heard that we believe that he found out that Rihanna was messing around and sleeping with somebody and gave him herpes. If y'all don't know, that was the root of what why Chris Brown was so upset and lost it the way he did. So that's what my take would be on Chris Brown would be, because, and he had a hard time recovering his career from it. He lost a lot of things, endorsements, and probably lost a lot of shows that he could have did, was banned from the Grammys. I don't think I've seen him at a Grammy award show yet or been nominated for a Grammy since then. I'm not sure, but I don't remember, and I think he should have been. He was the golden child at the time. And Puffy situation, man, is Puffy. I understand. I know I'm fucked up in the head and having daughters and all of that. I understand domestic violence. Not domestic violence where it's ongoing and keep going. Well, I understand people getting slapped here and there. Not what we saw with Cassie. There's no explanation, no excuse for what happened to Cassie, especially the kick to the head. Y'all just don't know how that could have went either way with a kick to the head. Yeah, So I'm not just sitting up here justifying and making an excuse for women that's been domestic violence, or men, or anyone that's in those type of situations. But I have seen them. They have happened. There's somebody you know. Your mama and daddy probably done been in those situations before, where they done got hit and then hit, and now, and then you grew from it, grown from it. Hopefully, continuance is the problem to me. Oh, and y'all liar, and any female, any male on here that said that's older, over 35, 40, said that they ain't never hit a female or been hit by a female. You's a motherfucking lie. You gonna say it, I know it, but you're a lie. Fortunately, I haven't hit because I was at 18, 19 years old, been working in law enforcement, and I knew that was one way I would lose my job. But I done been slapped. I done been hit by a female before, you know? And so those situations happen, and I know of situations that have happened with my sisters and my daughters and all of that, and it bothered me, bothered the hell out of me. But I learned, and I had to learn, that you kind of have to stay out of it if it's not a continuing situation. Because then, now you hating this particular person, and they back together, hugging and kissing and loving each other. I'm telling y'all, it has happened. As a law police officer, the first thing they used to train us is be careful. We be going to houses and situations, and once we go to put the handcuffs on the person, guess who's coming on our backs, beating us up? Oh, don't take him to jail, don't take him to jail. The person that called you and got you there. I mean, they train you. They train you as a cop to be prepared. Watch her. Because once you see that meal ticket or that money or that person going out the door, she's going to react in a way and turn against you. I mean, the victims, you wouldn't be able to finish the police report. They down there at the station trying to post bail to get him out. Or to tell the watch commander that didn't happen, that they were lying, that they made it up. So I'm saying all that to say, I understand people have bad days. When it's a habitual situation, when it's ongoing and continuous, and you got a lot of the accusations against it, it's when I have a problem with. But my main problem with Puffy, my main problem for him is that he's fighting the homosexuality. So he's treating people and tricking females and sleeping with females, knowing he's been sleeping with other men and exposing them to HIV. That's the main thing. But more importantly, that is alleged that the people are underage. It's a big no-no to me. Big no-no to me. But thirdly and more importantly, that he was in people to do it. He was making them not be consensual to whatever he was doing with it, because we know once people get under the influence of something, especially if it's a that make you have no conscience or whatever, that's just outright wrong. We haven't heard Chris Brown been accused of anything like that. But we have heard this on numerous occasions about Puffy Combs. So for those out there comparing Chris Brown and Chris Brown's situation to Puffy, you're wrong. You're wrong. We haven't heard of Chris Brown's situation being habitual, continuance, with kids. So that would be my take. That would be why I don't have a problem with Chris Brown, or why you never really heard me speaking on Chris Brown negatively or anything.
Indeed, because I haven't seen 3 documentaries falling on Chris Brown. Don't tell me y'all don't know that even Netflix is dropping a bomb on Diddy too soon.
What do you think about the news breaking that 50 Cent has sold his documentary series Surviving Diddy to Netflix?
Man, I hope I never have to go to war with 50 Cent. That dude is a troll. That dude is he's the best. He's the art of war. He know how to go at it. But the way I understand it is he sold the rights, right, to Netflix. He had a bidding war and he sold the rights to all the different streaming companies that wanted to do it. It's going to be interesting to see what he gets. He can only do reenactments from the lawsuit. He can't get Cassie to talk about it. Trust me, Cassie can't talk about this publicly. Law enforcement might can get her to talk on a jury stand or witness stand, grand jury or something like that. But just to go and do interviews, she can't do it. She probably can't even mention the name Sean Combs or any of his family members. Talk about anything. So, is it going to be Misa? I doubt it. It's hard for females that have kids by men to do these, to talk bad about their father, no matter how much of a douchebag he is. And so, who's going to be the survivors? Is it going to be Lil Rod? He's going to get his bag eventually, trust me. And he going to have to sign, an agreement not to talk about it publicly. So I think it's just 50 jumping the gun, wanting to be a hell of a troll, and him being like me, very, very vindictive. I wonder if 50 a Leo like me. I gotta find out his sign because I swear me and him have the same traits. But I don't know who will be the victims. We know a young Miami, she finally done broke away. Saw that she unfollowed him recently. Misa, we know Kim Porter and her book. If you can get a hold of that. I just think a lot of it's gonna have to be reenactment. Or maybe our boy, because I know he likes Gene Deal and Gene Deal like him a lot. Maybe my boy Arthur Diallo about to get rich and he licensed a lot of his footage from Art's channel. Or Mark Curry, whatever, he said. I'm just wondering where they're gonna get the footage from. Who are they gonna get to speak on that? Did 50 find the male escorts? Or is it gotta be just reenactments from the different lawsuits? And there's a new young lady that came out and filed a new lawsuit recently. Maybe it'd be worth her while just to tell her story and not, go through with the lawsuit, or at least sign an agreement and just demand. I can't sign an agreement saying I'm not going to talk about it. The issue is we want to see the people like we did on the Surviving R. Kelly. Y'all saw parents. Y'all got Art to talk a little bit. Y'all got, R. Kelly to talk a little bit. Y'all got footage of things that had happened. It's going to be interesting to see what 50 can pull out to really make a good showing. Because that shit that we saw on Tubi, a lot of people who saw it thought it was good. But I didn't personally care for it. But even though fucking TMZ, we'll be getting contact real soon because we just noticed, John and I just discovered that y'all did use some of our footage with WAC 100 on that show, and y'all ain't contact us. Y'all know y'all can't be licensing stuff without, or putting stuff in y'all TV shows without it getting licensed. So that's where I think 50 gonna go. He's gonna go to reenactment things from reading things. And are y'all gonna be happy with that? Are y'all gonna wanna see reenactments, or are you gonna really wanna see live footage, live interviews? That's gonna be a challenge. But 50 got the resource. He has the writers that can put it together, and I'm sure he gonna make it good. If it's anything that he has done, if it's like anything that he has done, because I remember when I was away for a little while, it was a show on ABC with that dude that got sentenced with life. And we used to sit around the table watching that, waiting for that to come on every night, or Monday night or Tuesday night, whenever it came on. And so everything, it didn't come on or get a second season, but everything he has touched, I love the Power, I love the Candid, I love BMF. It's not too much that he hasn't done as far as TV series that I haven't enjoyed. And so he would be the perfect person for it. It'll just be interesting to see if he'll be able to.
So, back to May's claim that Diddy was behind Biggie getting deleted. Is it true?
So it's a guy, right? It's a guy named Uncle Ron, right? I don't know if you've seen this video. You should have seen the video. It went viral. It was a real big video, man. It went viral, man. And his name is Uncle Ron. And he claims that he used to work for Puffy. He was one of Puffy bodyguards. And he said that Puffy offered him $30,000 to kill Biggie for his publishing. How you feel about that, yo? And do you know this guy?
Well, first and foremost, you got to realize this. Anybody could come on this internet and say anything, right? And dude is getting a whole lot of attention because people are even calling me, asking me about him, you know, and I don't know him from a can of paint. He even mentioned my name, saying that I know what I know. I don't know what he knows, but I do know this, that it's only 3 people that had contracts with Puff and Bad Boy. Me, Wolf, and Paul Offord. If he didn't come through Paul Offord security, Green Gate security, he didn't have a contract with Puff. Because anybody who worked for Puff, other than me and Wolf, came through Green Gate security. That was Paul's security thing. Especially at the time that he was saying that he worked for Puff, or Puff offered him $30,000. Now, anybody knows this, that Bad Boy took 50% of all this artist publishing, right? 50% of all the artist publishing straight out the rip. Then Puff gave Big $200,000 for the rest of his publishing. So what publishing did he was trying to get and keep from Puff? You understand? What publishing was Puff was trying to get when he already had it? He had already paid for it. What part of the catalog was he talking about? I don't understand that. And then he said that Puff offered him $30,000. I can't say he lied, but I can say that he wasn't a part of Bad Boy security that I know. I knew everybody who worked during them days. You understand? And I don't know dude from a can of paint.
So whoever this Uncle Ron dude is, he's a liar then. He's a fraud.
Is he a fraud? Bruh, he's what he is. He wasn't part of our security that I knew of. Not at that time. He never been on no trips with us. He never been at no parties, no nothing. So is he a fraud? The internet will have the real niggas looking fake and the fake niggas looking real. Put it together. How could he want Biggie publishing when he already had it? That's where he fucked up at. That's where he fucked up at.
How you want something that you already own?
Yeah, you right. You right.
I know I am. That's where he fucked up at. Bad Boy owns 50% of the shit already as an artist. They got 100%. Bad Boy takes 50% right off the top. Then he gave Big $200,000 for the rest of his publishing. So now the other stuff goes to the producers or whatever, of the music. So what is he talking about?
We'd love to hear what y'all think about this. Don't forget to like and see it on other videos.